Hey everyone, just checking back. Giving a quick life update here. I was just abandoned for about 2 months now by my wife of the past year. So I'm navigating a completely different aspect of life that I never thought I would ever be in. And it's extremely tough. Can't say if anyone else has gone through something like that, of which your spouse just leaves without warning, or in my case, more specifically, claimed she was going on vacation to a rental property we have in Florida, and turns out to completely have moved permanently out the state and cease contact for, or at least no response contact from any attempts to try to say hi or to find out what's going on from them for the past 2 months, like I mentioned, of which the only thing that's been rolling in is, for example, something like this, which the electric bill in this case that I had to pay $273 on, just because under our arrangement, when she was here at the home, I would take care of the rent and she would take care of the rest of the expenses. Since on her end that didn't even total the rent, and it was supposed to be a balance on my part because I came in with having only a car payment to make, but she had extra debt from credit cards and whatnot. So whatever was left over from her side on the expenses, she could use to pay down her debt. Of which I find out she was not doing that. She was adding more debt. And she doesn't care. She only cares about herself. It was just one of those situations where she always was decent to me when we weren't married. And I know her on a very surface level, but for 6 years, we had met at church and just had friendly conversations here and there, so nothing too deep. Wasn't until really last year, or just over a year ago to this day, that she expressed that she wanted to actually be together, and which wasn't necessarily a surprise to me. But she's older than me. She's 50. I'm 35, and I would have never thought that going into a situation marrying someone that I have remotely known for quite a while would ever result in that person basically lying to me on all their issues. It turned from the sort of typical but annoying type of jealousy questions of what are you doing, who are you talking to, and just from one message from a friend of mine that was innocuous as far as I'm concerned. It was a photo that she sent me of her new tattoo. A friend that I worked with in person, but now remotely. I was working at home at the time when I got that message, and I readily showed it to my wife. We were both at home, and she said, "What are you looking at?" I said, "Oh, this is my friend's new tattoo." And all of a sudden, that who are you talking to type of, "Oh, let me go through your phone, let me see your text messages," turned into seeing that arm photo and "You're cheating on me. I want a divorce. You're seeing another woman," and any other type of accusatory statements that could be made. And then she just escalated from there to just cursing at me. And a lot of this I kept to myself. And it was an exercise for me to start making more videos, to really escape those problems. And I tried. I tried my hardest to just persevere and unfortunately be a punching bag for all that abuse that was unwarranted. And now she left, but starting this week on Monday, she started messaging me again. And she messages with the same consistency and same negativity and attitude like she came at me in person. So even over the course of last night, she messaged me for 4 hours until I had to block her. That was between midnight to 4 a.m., of which I missed her first couple of messages. And then she called me at midnight knowing that it would wake me up, and then continued to message me after I was so groggy that I just couldn't even fully reply on what she was saying, that she hung up and then just continued to bombard me with all types of messages saying that she wants a divorce. She doesn't care about any of the financial matters of her having an abandoned truck behind the home. She didn't care about that. She didn't care about the bills. She didn't care about the debt. None of that. Even the things that she was supposed to be completely financially responsible for. So I'm just in a bad situation, guys. It's the way I have to explain it to some of my friends is that this is a life ruining type of situation, of which I am desperately trying to hang in there. So that's mostly why I haven't made any content for maybe, I don't know how long now, but it has been quite a few weeks, if not a few months or a couple months. Because I just got to the point that until she up and left, which was, it came about from me standing up for myself, finally telling her that, okay, I'm listening to everything that you're yelling at me about, and I'm starting to understand that this is because of your own trauma-related issues that you did not come forward to me about before we were married, of which, if that was the case, I would not have married her. And I spelled it out just like that to her. And, you know, she never came up front to saying that she was going to leave, as far as leaving the property. But I'm doing my best to try to make sure I communicate in a way that is non-aggressive, that won't be twisted to. I just need to protect myself, because I'm by myself here. I don't have too many friends here in Kentucky, because I'm originally from Florida. And I'm just trying to stay afloat, working. I am. So this is just some of the terms that I've come to understand of what I'm dealing with around the term abandonment. And putting this out there because I'm sure I'm not the only one who has ever gone through this. And it's a horrible situation. But I at least wanted to say my piece about it, as it relates to my content or lack of content. And maybe even in some sense what drove my content, for me trying to put my best positive foot forward. And that could even be seen from the nature of some of my previous videos of how I excuse myself to be outside or away from the presence of my family. So let me leave it off here for now. May make a part 2 on this. I'll go into more detail if as needed, but I'm usually quick to reply to any replies and just trying to make the best of my situation. Thank you.